What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about American Horror Story Episode 3's preview. The episode is entitled Thirst, and it's just like a 30-second long preview, so we're not going to be here for long. I just had a couple of thoughts on it, so let's jump right in.
Dad?
Yes, honey.
I'm hungry now.
The most important thing is that you never go get your own blood. I'll bring it to you.
So right off the bat, I cannot be the only one getting some Let the Right One In vibes. For anyone who doesn't know what that movie is, you should definitely go check it out. It's a 2008 Swedish horror film, has a little bit of a romantic element. Not that this one does, but it was also remade in 2010 with American actors set in America, while also being directed by the fantastic Matt Reeves, who also did Cloverfield, the two later sequels for the Planet of the Apes movies, as well as the new Batman movie. Getting back to the preview though, I know we only have 6 episodes in this arc, and we're already going to be halfway through it by the time this episode airs next week, but I can't be the only one thinking that it's going to be awesome that we have this relationship between Harry and Alma. Typically in American Horror Story, parent-child relationships are never that loving. And I do understand that in the second episode, Alma's relationship with Doris might be a little bit on the rocks, but considering the fact that we're dealing with creative people and them going through their process, it is going to be a little bit nice to see the bond between father and daughter in this way.
Surprise.
Well, what are you doing here?
There is something weird going on out here, homeboy, and I want to know what it is.
Okay, the last couple of things to talk about here. It does seem like Ursula is finally showing up to Provincetown, and things are going to get a little bit rough. So back when the season started filming, one of the very first things that we got from the production was a picture between Macaulay Culkin and Leslie Grossman on the beach, so we knew that these characters had to be meeting at some point during this season. Of course, that was also before we knew this season was going to be separated into 2, so yeah, obviously they have to build up this relationship pretty fast. But based off the first 2 episodes, it does kind of make me wonder why Ursula decides to show up in Provincetown to begin with. Obviously, she's really happy with everything that Harry is doing in order to get his pilot made, but I'm wondering if his sudden spark of creativity is giving her a little bit of confusion, given the fact that we know Harry has writer's block more times than not, and he struggles with multiple pages at a time instead of just simply writing everything super quickly. Remember, he had 3 months to do this, and he's pretty much banged it out in a day and a half after being there just for maybe like a week at most. And it's also entirely possible that Ursula is showing up not just because she's concerned about Harry's new creative spark, but we do remember from the second episode, Mikey is now taking the drug, and he's been writing a lot of scripts. Maybe she gets her hands on his scripts. They're just as good, if not better, and she's wondering what is going on. The last 2 major things about this trailer is, yes, we see Mikey now has to feed, and the cops are starting to get a little bit worried. Then we get to see Austin and Belle in their car looking back at someone. My thought would be is that after Mikey decides to kill somebody in Provincetown and the police start investigating, we do know that there's a new police chief, as was said in the second episode. It's possible that Belle and Austin now think that Harry's doing it because, at least to their knowledge, he's the newest to the group. And maybe all of this extra attention is going to make them dislike him. He's going to have to be protecting his daughter. He might even think that it's his daughter. All the while, Ursula is trying to get to the bottom of everything, and that's going to be the direction of the episode. I don't know if that's the case. We're just going to have to wait and see. Guys, what are your thoughts on this particular trailer, and what do you think is going to happen in episode 3? Tell me in the comment section below. It's been real.